What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eyebrow, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead and who is the most important character in the Walking Dead universe. Now, obviously, spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead if you're not up to date, of all the Walking Dead shows. Now, first and foremost, this is a fun video. I'm not saying that Morgan or Daryl or Carol or Rick are the most important. I'm just bringing light to the fact that Morgan is arguably the most important character in the Walking Dead universe. And you can make the case for a lot of different characters. Well, not a lot, but only a handful. You can make a case for Carol, Daryl, and of course, Rick. Some big, huge, great moments have involved Daryl, Carol, Morgan. You can just think about some great moments and you're like, remember that time Carol saved everybody? Remember the time the wolves came there? Remember the time this? And of course, a lot of people are probably going to be like, there's no way that anybody is more important to The Walking Dead than Rick Grimes. I'm sure people are going to say that in the comments right here. Well, if you think about Rick, his biggest contribution to the group may just be the prison. He found the prison and they stayed there for a couple seasons. And it was great, even though the prison did not look like that on the show. It looked like that. But Rick did a lot of great things in the Walking Dead universe. But he never did them alone. And I may be wrong, but Daryl has had some of, if not more important big moments in the Walking Dead universe than Rick. Remember who saved Rick? Daryl. Well, that was at the prison. And I see Rick as the everyday guy, the small town cop, who's a good leader, but not a great leader. And who saved Rick in season 1, episode 1? Well, Dwayne and Morgan, but let's just go with Morgan, right? So Morgan saves Rick. Without Morgan, there's no Rick Grimes story. It turns into the Morgan story, or the Shane story, or the Daryl Dixon story, right? And the fact that we call the walkers on the show, who called them that? Morgan. Pretty important if you ask me, right? And again, I'm not putting down Rick Grimes by any means. He's a great character. He's very important. He's one of the most important characters. But I'm building the case for Morgan, right? If you think about it, Morgan just being in the pilot episode, saving Rick, calling the walkers is pretty important right there. I'm glad he came back around and he's had some big, major moments on the show, and he's a far different character on the show versus the comic. And, oh yeah, remember when he saved Carol way back in season 6? That was pretty big, right? Carol is a fan favorite. Carol could have died here, but Morgan saved her. Very important if you ask me. No one else is around. Morgan took out the savior. Morgan saves Carol. Oh yeah, and Morgan saved Daryl and Aaron in season 5. Pretty important, super important. So Morgan, if you're keeping count, saved Rick, saved Daryl, saved Carol, saved Aaron. Wow, that's a track record right there. That is pretty high ranking if you ask me. Also, Morgan built the jail cell that housed Negan, which is a pretty big story arc in the Walking Dead universe. So wow, we're building the case right here, right? Morgan was gonna leave and he did this and he got on a horse and he found Carol, saved her, but also brought a major story to the show, the Kingdom. Morgan did that, not Rick, not anybody of the big major characters, Morgan. And when Morgan came back around, it was awesome, right? We saw him in season 1, season 3, it was just great when Morgan came back around, and I'm really glad they brought this character back around nonetheless. Whether you like Morgan or not, he's had his moments, his idea of all life is precious, clear mode, back to all life is precious, clear mode, and he's all over the place. But you can't say that Morgan is not a huge character in the world of The Walking Dead. Morgan coming back around in season 3 was a game changer, right? When Morgan had all these weapons and he fought Rick Grimes and helped the group out and then joined the group later on, he was an asset to the group, even though he was in his ideology of all life is precious and then our group is going to go after the savior, so it didn't work out. He's a little all over the place for a lot of people, but again, I'm not saying you have to like Morgan, you just have to give credit where credit is due. Morgan is extremely important to the Walking Dead universe for several facts that I've already said, and oh yeah, he was the first person to cross over from The Walking Dead to Fear the Walking Dead. If that doesn't scream importance, I don't know what does. Either way, Morgan going from one show to the other can be thought of as a good thing or a bad thing, and that's a matter of opinion, but it does show some importance. So, do you agree? Do you think that Morgan is one of, if not the most important character in The Walking Dead? So, if we went top 3, Morgan, Rick, Daryl. Or what if you go Rick, Morgan, Daryl? And maybe it's a tie between Daryl and Carol. So Morgan, Rick, Daryl, Carol. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Stay safe and tell them, Daryl.
No, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.